All right, let's do it. Let's look forward. The Seahawks play the Atlanta Falcons. We've already mentioned that a little bit. Seahawks beat the Falcons during the regular season in Week 6 at home. They beat them 26-24. This time, the Falcons are at home. Drew, I got to know, is there anything we can take from the first matchup between these two teams into this playoff game, or forget about that one? It's a whole new ballgame.
There was just so many blown coverages in the Seattle secondary that first time around. You guys made Matt Ryan look like Joe Montana. It was ridiculous the way he tore up the Seahawks this time around.
To be fair, though, Matt Ryan's done that to a lot of teams.
Yeah, to be fair, Matt Ryan's playing the best football of his life right now. I think that's a big nod to Kyle Shanahan. Huge nod to the man on the sidelines calling the plays. I just think that if you get a chance to go on social media and see their interview of them two talking together to the Monday Morning Quarterback, it's fantastic. It's really, really good radio, really, really good TV too. And I just think that the Hawks offense that the Hawks offense is mediocre at best, and the Falcons offense is firing all cylinders, and the Hawks defense has consistently had trouble. But with a week to prepare, I don't bet against Pete. I don't bet against the defense. You got time to prepare.
So, Drew, I might have an idea on where you're leaning towards this next question, but let's do it. Let's make our predictions for the game. DJ, you're new here, so we'll go ahead and we'll let you make the selection and tell us what the Seahawks will do this weekend.
If I was a betting man, I would say that the Seahawks will avenge their divisional round loss from a few years back, and go in there and win 21-17. The key of this game will be holding the Falcons' passing offense, which is averaging just under 300 yards per game, underneath that mark, maybe to like 250 or something. And Tom Cable, the Seahawks offensive line coach, says 50 is the magic number in rushing attempts and completions. And if we can do that, if we can get to that magic number, then I think we should be able to pull this one out.
All right, so DJ's picking them to win. Lacey, what do you got?
I think the Seahawks are going to win. It's definitely going to be a tough game. I don't have a score for you guys, but I like DJ's close, low score, 21-17. The last time the Hawks faced the Falcons was back in October, and the Hawks came out on top only by 2. The score was 26-24. And in that game, Christine Michael was a huge factor with 64 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns, but obviously he is not a part of the Seahawks roster anymore. And I think I've already hit on it, but Thomas Rawls is really going to have to step up, and I think this is a good opportunity for him to do that. And then you also have great receivers. With the absence of Tyler Lockett, it's going to hurt the Hawks, but you still got Baldwin, Curse, and Jimmy Graham out there who can make big time plays for them. And another player that was really effective in that game back in October was, Earl Thomas. On the defensive end. Earl Thomas had an interception in that game, which was a huge momentum swing, and once again, he's out for the rest of the season. So I think it's going to be a huge test for some of these Seahawks players to fill some voids that they've been missing. But I think the Seahawks will come out with a win.
Despite all those injuries, Lacey's going to stick with the Seahawks to advance another round in the playoffs. All right, Drew, tell me what you're thinking on this game. What will the Seahawks do?
The Seahawks will lose.
Ooh, there it is.
Matt Ryan on the back of 4,944 yards in the air, 70% completion rate, 38 TDs, and only 7 interceptions. And only 7 picks.
That's DJ really just mouthed, that's really good.
117.1 passer rating.
Yeah.
And you're coming against a banged-up secondary. You're going to have to play man-to-man coverage, and last time I checked, Julio Jones owns that matchup on Richard Sherman. 138 yards and a TD, could have been about 210 and 2 TDs if there would have been a pass interference call at the end of that game. So I would say Falcons own the Hawks probably 2-3 touchdown margin.
Is he the MVP, Matt Ryan, this year?
Yes. And listen, and now I live in Texas and they're surrounded by Cowboys fans, and I'll still tell you Matt Ryan's the MVP of the league this year, by far. And Kyle Shanahan, the OC, is the co-MVP because that guy is a football genius.
Yeah, very fair.